Hello, Donnie here. And in today's video, what we will be talking about is shadow work. Ooh, spooky. But in all honesty, we will be talking about the intricacies, the deep, detailed knowingness that you need to understand for you yourself to go about a very secure, holistic, and safe process of shadow work. Now, before we start today's video, I do want to mention once again that we have opened up some new spots for the Reality Realization Program. This is my one-on-one manifestation mentoring program. So stay tuned to the end of the video where I'll be giving you some more information about that during the announcements. So, where do we begin? Where do you want to begin with shadow work? First, let me kind of give you my own interpretation and understanding of what shadow work is. You see, shadow work is what you do during the manifestation or just during your spiritual journey. This is the aspect where you come to terms and face the parts of yourself that you usually suppress or try to negate, the parts of yourself that you just don't really like for the most part. Shadow work is where you truly accept yourself. And the reason for this is that during the manifest process, during your spiritual work, it is these aspects of yourself that are suppressed or held at bay that can influence and hinder your ability to experience the realities that you want to live in. The reason is because these are beliefs and perceptions held about what you can have and what you cannot have based on who you see yourself as. So, in short, shadow work is how you come to terms with the aspects of yourself that you do not like so that you do not need to face these things getting in the way of you manifesting the life of your dreams. Now, how do you go about shadow work? There's many different ways and approaches to this. The approach I take is one, I guess you could say, more edgy. And the reason is because my approach takes more of the spiritual bypass method. It is borderline spiritual bypassing, which, if you're unfamiliar, spiritual bypassing is where you, for the most part, ignore external reality to the extent that allows you to believe into your own reality. Now, spiritual bypassing is not recommended because this can cause you to ignore the hardships and situations that you're facing in the present moment and just imagining them as illusory. I mean, truly they are illusory, but you're still experiencing them now. So, to not face this, say, spiritual bypassing, what I prefer to do is use the reality realization methodology. And how you would use this for shadow work is very simple. If the purpose of shadow work is to come to terms with the aspects of yourself that you do not necessarily like, do not want to accept, then what you'd want to do is imagine a scenario that implies that you've done your shadow work. Imagine a scenario that implies that you've become whole. Imagine a scenario that implies that you fully accepted yourself in all ways. Now, the key to this, and the key to make sure that you don't enter the territory of spiritual bypassing when you use this technique, is that you're not going to force yourself to stay in the state, to stay in the scenario. Once you imagine what it will be like if you did your shadow work, if you completed this process of fully accepting yourself and you have it feeling, maybe it's fulfillment, maybe it's a sense of certainty, maybe it's relief. When you have this feeling, you want to take it in, make it a present moment reality for you. Make it feel real now. But you only need to do this for a few seconds. Only a few seconds. You do not need to force yourself to live from the state. You don't need to act as if this is your entire reality, as if that abuse you're experiencing is all divine and perfect and it's fully accepted, you're A1. You don't need to do that. You should see reality the way it is, but for that brief moment, feel the feeling of this already being true. What this does is cause your brain to accept this as a potential reality that you experienced. Neural connections, or basically beliefs and perceptions, will form to support this realization of an experience. You yourself will become naturally led to the routes, to the manifestations, to the synchronicities that cause this to become true for you. You're basically setting the script, setting this mechanism to lead you to do your shadow work on autopilot. It makes it effortless, makes it innate, makes it natural. And by doing it like this, you do not go into spiritual bypassing. In fact, you will find yourself becoming more aware of the reality you're currently experiencing due to the fact that you're being led towards the reality that you desire to experience. And this is how I recommend doing shadow work. This is how I've done my own shadow work. The reason is because I just don't really want to feel that pain and suffering all the time. If you go to the state, the reality where it's already true, you're just going to be naturally left there. It's going to be naturally realized for you. And that way of shadow work is holistic. It makes sure that every aspect, you don't have to keep uncovering and uncovering more aspects of yourself that you don't align with. By hitting it from that final level, you secure everything, you accept everything. And this is the key to not only finishing your shadow work, but entering a state where you manifest naturally. Because think about it like this. When you complete your shadow work, what is the purpose? To accept yourself. Well, what does this do? It allows you to enter a state where you're naturally comfortable, where all your beliefs and your perceptions are in alignment to that reality you desire to live in. If this is the case, that is manifestation. If you feel the way you would feel is if everything already happened perfectly, that is how you manifest. That's how you use the feeling to enter the state of being, the higher order reality. Now you're going to be resonating in alignment with all of your desires. And at this alignment, they attract. And this becomes the experience that you have in reality. You may manifest everything using only one manifestation. And that is the key to how to manifest everything with only one thing, that one key core intent, the acceptance of yourself. So if you found value in today's video, what I'd like you to do is like, comment, subscribe, and maybe share this video with a friend that you think might benefit. I want to make sure that the world knows that your thoughts create reality, that what you believe to be true is true. And so if you share this with friends, family, whoever you think may benefit, they have a chance of becoming the person that they always desire to be. And that's a beautiful thing, truly, truly. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I have opened up some new spots for my reality realization program. This is my one-on-one coaching for manifestation mentoring, where you can work with me or a member of my team to leave this state of being that you're currently in, maybe this side of yourself where you're not really accepting of yourself, where you're doubtful and worried about if your manifestations occur. And I'll help you go from this state to this higher order reality where you are the person who manifests everything, where you are the person you desire to be, because this is the state where you get everything you desire. So I'm not looking for those who think they may be this type of person looking to reach this level. I'm only interested in working with those who know they are this person and know that this is the level that they deserve to be at, the level that they are at. All they need is just that extra push. So if this is you, what I'd like you to do is click the first link in my bio and you can schedule a free one-on-one discovery session with me or a member of my team, and we'll see if we are a good fit working together. Now, if this doesn't seem like you, if you're not sure if you're really at that level where you're ready to do this, it's completely fine. I have a free Discord group, which you can also find down below. You have many resources. You can contact me or members of my team one-on-one. It's a personal connection with me and the other members of this community. Get your questions answered, and when you're ready, you can join at any time. Now, if this also isn't for you, if you're not really looking for the community engagement, but you just don't think you're ready for that one-on-one, I also have a group coaching offering where it's on my Patreon down below, also in the bio. You can join that in a group of other individuals, and I'll work with you on a group basis. This is a little easier to access and not as intensive as my one-on-one, but you'll still get the value that you're looking for to go from A to B. So if that interests you, feel free to click that link in my bio as well. And I hope I get to talk to you soon. Peace.